What do you do when you're told you may never play again? When your body betrays you at the very peak of your powers? In the early 2000s, one of the most fearsome strikers in world football completely shattered his knee. It was a moment that looked like the end. But 2 years later, he was standing in the World Cup final, and he scored. This is the story of Ronaldo Luís Nazário de Lima, a comeback that defied both injury and expectation. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll see how he turned near defeat into a global legacy. Born in the working-class neighborhood of Bento Ribeiro in Rio de Janeiro, Ronaldo's talent was undeniable from a young age. He rose through the Brazilian system at lightning speed, and by the mid-1990s he had become one of the most feared forwards in Europe. His explosive pace, his mesmerizing dribbling, and his clinical finishing earned him the nickname Il Fenomeno, the phenomenon. By the 1998 World Cup, he was at the absolute top of his game, the best player on the planet. But even then, the seeds of his later struggle were being sown. Fast forward to April 2000. While playing for Inter Milan, Ronaldo ruptured the tendon in his right knee. It was a devastating injury. Then, in his comeback match just a few months later, the unthinkable happened. He tore it again. It was a horrific, near-career-ending sequence of events. Many believed he would never regain his full fitness, let alone his world-class form. He spent nearly 2 long, grueling years in recovery, enduring agonizing rehab where even bending his knee was a monumental hurdle. During this time, critics and fans alike questioned whether this man, once so unstoppable, could ever dominate again. But against all odds, Ronaldo returned to the Brazil national squad just ahead of the 2002 FIFA World Cup. And he didn't just return, he exploded. He completely silenced the doubters, finishing the tournament as the top scorer with 8 goals. This included 2 decisive goals in the final against a formidable German team, leading Brazil to lift the trophy for a 5th time. In that moment, he didn't just win a World Cup, he conquered his own body's betrayal, his critics' doubt, and completely rewrote the narrative of his entire career. Although the injuries had taken a permanent toll, and he never quite regained the pristine, explosive form of his early years, Ronaldo's comeback remains one of the most iconic stories in sports history. He later acknowledged that the injuries made me a better man, more responsible, more disciplined. His story isn't just about goals. It's a powerful testament to resilience. It's about confronting the soul-crushing possibility of never playing again, and then achieving one of football's greatest ever recoveries. In later years, he would retire and transition into business and ambassadorial roles, but the legacy of that 2002 comeback remains his defining hallmark. Ultimately, this is about more than just sport. It's about humanity. The journey from a devastating downfall to a triumphant revival is something we can all understand, even if we aren't world-class athletes. It's the heartbreak of thinking, maybe I can't do this anymore, coupled with the raw determination of, I will do this. That's what makes this story so gripping and so universally inspiring. The takeaway is clear. When you think the fight is over, sometimes it's just beginning. So the next time you're told you're done, remember Ronaldo. When the world counted him out, he came back. When his body said no, his spirit said yes. What's your comeback story going to be? I'd love to read about it in the comments. Hit that like button if you believe in the power of a great comeback. And subscribe and ring the bell if you want more stories of underdogs, triumphs, and unexpected heroes. Thanks for watching.